Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 19 seasons, that's a lot, kid, but you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show, not the food though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef. I'm your host, Jamal. With me is no co-host, but I am here with third mic, Brian, aka Engineer Brian, for another week, another episode, another week.
Another day, another dollar.
Another week, another sleek, another year, another beer, another decade, another decade.
No, it's not been 10 years.
It's been 10 years. We've been doing this for 10 years.
It feels like it.
Oh, God, time flies when you're having fun.
Right? Time flies when you're talking about food.
Yep.
Which we don't do very much, so it's been very slow.
So big news update. Brian is finally joining the chain and earring crew.
I'm trying to.
Brian has finally been corrupted by the dark side, and he's gonna.
What do you mean when you say the dark side? What do you mean?
Black people.
Yeah. Okay.
So Brian is finally joining his dark side brothers, and he's gonna have a chain and earrings, and he might get a new era cap one day. Who knows? But
I have a new era cap.
But he might come fully the white version of Jamal. I have this effect on people. Most people fight it off as long as they can, and then they're like, I don't know, it's kind of a slick look, and then they end up buying a chain and earrings, and now Brian's doing it.
Chain is new. I've had earrings before.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have both my ears pierced when I was a little emo punk kid in college, and I had my nose pierced for a while, and now my nose is doing all sorts of crazy things.
You had your nose pierced?
Sure did. That was like the coolest thing that I've had, I think.
You think that's cool? Okay.
I had my lip pierced in the middle, which was not a good look for me.
Thank goodness you took that off. I wouldn't have been your friend with that.
My nose thing was was my best look, I think. It was just a little stud, like a
little stud on a little stud.
A little, little stud like I'm Tupac. Tupac had a nose ring too, so it's cool.
Mm-hmm. He made him cool.
And I used to have 2 double earrings. Now only one of my ears is still open, so I'm gonna put one earring in it, the left one. And I think that is the one.
Why did you say it like that?
That's the one that means that you're cool.
Why'd you say it like that? The left one.
Yeah, it's the left ear.
Did you on purpose let your right ear close? Because you're not an ally?
I just haven't put anything in my ears for a long time. And then for last Halloween, my wife and I dressed up as 2 wrestlers. There was the Young Bucks, and they wear dangly cross earrings. So I bought a dangly cross earring, and the only one that would go in is the left ear. And
again, that sounds like you taking a stance, but I don't know.
And I wore it, and I was like, "This is pretty cool. I miss having earrings."
You miss having. Are you getting a dangly one? Or is this a stud?
No, I bought a stud, and I bought a hoop, a little hoop.
A hoop?
And I bought a chain.
I'm sorry, but who do you think you are that you can rock a hoop earring?
Michael Jordan.
I mean, you have to be like 6'7" to rock a hoop earring. You can't wear that.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm telling you right now, you cannot.
I'm going to give it a shot.
Other hoop earring guys are going to see you and confront you.
What are they going to say to me?
They're going to say, what are you doing?
They're going to gatekeep?
They're going to say, hey, you're a stud boy. You wear studs or nothing.
Or nothing.
I've been approached before by guys who wear hoop earrings, and they were like, hey, man, you ever thought about wearing hoop earrings? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think it's me. And they're like, I think you can pull it off. You've got the skin for it.
Well, you're not 6'7".
If you've listened to this podcast, I actually am 6'7".
Oh. Well, I don't listen to the podcast. I just do it
Yeah, I'm actually very tall.
and then edit it. And I edit it blind. I don't listen to what I'm doing. I just change things as it randomly, and it works out. It's gone pretty good so far.
Yeah, we all believe that.
Yeah.
So what color is this chain you're getting?
The chain is black. Black chain necklace,
Okay,
shoes
dark
size,
side.
65 centimeters by 25 9/16.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get it. We're August 5th from Denmark, and it's not showed up. Those Danes.
Well, they are
give
making
me
it by
my
hand.
stuff.
They're probably making it by hand. Each chain link takes a
Yeah.
while.
I got a black stud earring that was 6 millimeters, and I got a stainless steel hoop.
Okay. So when this stuff arrives, what's
Yeah.
your first night out with the new gear gonna be?
Like, where am I going to go?
Yeah, where are you gonna take the wife and show out?
I don't think I'll be allowed to wear those things when I go out with her. I think she'll be like, don't wear those. I think I can get away with wearing the stud because you can't really. It's not like it's super showy.
Wait, why can't you
But
wear
with
the
the
chain?
necklace, she might be like, "Don't do that."
What's wrong with wearing a chain?
I don't know. I don't think I'm a chain person. Remember when we had Sebastian Canelli on, and I was
Yes.
talking about this very stuff, and he was like, "Do what you want." He's like, "If you want to wear it, wear it. I don't care. Like, don't let your wife tell you what you gotta do."
Was that Gilbert Godfrey you just did?
No, it's Sebastian. It's good. I actually do a really good Sebastian Canelli.
Can you do it again?
Oh my god! Just wear the necklace. Oh, it's pretty good, right? Right? You like that?
All right. So Sebastian, this must be why he won't come back on the podcast.
He won't do it because he's too big for us. He's got his own podcast. It's doing very well.
Yeah.
And he does something for the New York Post now called like Stoop News or something,
Stoop. On the stoop.
where he sits with some other person and they do little news blurb talks and they say, "What do you think about this?"
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. So you're gonna get the stuff and not be allowed to wear it out with your wife. So you
I'll
just
wear
be
the-
wearing it around the house.
I can wear the stud earring for sure. I mean, I'll wear the necklace. I don't really go anywhere. Like, I'll just wear it around the house anyway. It's not gonna go places.
You got to get out there, man. Life happens outside. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, I know. We went on a couple little things this morning, some little errands, and I was like, "Oh, we should go to do these kinds of things more." We'll see what happens once I'm healed and presentable to everyone.
Okay. Well, that's all I got. You got anything?
Let's see. What do I have?
Oh no, I shouldn't have given this up to you.
I watched all of Alone, the latest season of Alone. That show's pretty cool. I think I've talked about that before, though, so sorry. What else? What have I done recently or bought recently? Went to the comic book store, got my latest comics. My current pool list box includes Spider-Punk, The Amazing Spider-Man, Batgirls, and Ice Cream Man. Those are the only comics I'm getting right now. Batman 89 ended.
Rest in peace.
The Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer ended. What else?
All right, so we'll do Chefs I Prepared for You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and present it to you as if we're presenting to the judges on Top Chef. I will go first, and there will be a winner. Chefs I Prepared for You, and Brian has already seen a picture of this last night. A white rice bowl with pan-seared, a rotisserie spiced chicken breast, and garlic sauteed Brussels sprouts.
I saw the pictures. Looked very good.
It was very good.
What kind of rice was it?
White rice.
Well, what kind of white rice?
Jasmine basmati.
Okay. Well, those are two different things.
I'm sorry, jasmine rice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was Goya brand jasmine rice.
Okay. Oof, you're still buying Goya?
Okay, so I have been out of the rice game for so long. Are they like some terrible company? I don't know.
He's a Trump guy, but everyone's a Trump guy.
I'm a Trump guy.
Yes. Okay. Yep. There you go, guys.
Did I tell you guys? I'm voting Trump.
He's
got a new platform. He
People
said he's
knew.
bringing back Aunt Jemima pancake mix.
People knew.
He said he's bringing back
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima pancake mix. And
Black people love him.
I'm sold.
Black people love him.
Not black people. The blacks love him.
Yes. Can't get enough of him.
All right. I didn't know Goya was a Trump guy. Sorry.
I mean, you can't avoid that now. Like the Whole Foods guy recently was like, "I'm a piece of shit."
Why are people going up and like offering up, hey, I'm a piece of shit?
because they're rich and white. They're like, I'm untouchable. What are you gonna do?
Oh, right.
Not buy Goya rice?
That's
not
how
buy
I feel.
Goya beans?
Every time I get my paycheck, I'm like, I'm untouchable.
Exactly. Once you have, there's a certain amount of money you can make
I'm fucking
where
untouchable.
you become Teflon.
Yeah, and it's once you get 6 digits, baby.
If you're hitting 6 digits, you're just about just about
you're
there.
wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yes.
But if you get that second 6 digits,
yeah, if you hit 6
really
digits,
Teflon.
or even once you hit like 110,
Teflon Don. And then was that your Xbox making sounds now?
Yeah, this is the first time that's ever happened, right?
Interesting.
It's because I've learned I can hook up since my monitor doesn't have speakers, I can hook my computer speakers up to my Xbox controller and play sound that way, which is very stupid.
Interesting.
Yeah, one person came online, a friend came online. That's pretty much all I do with Xbox these days is turn it on and watch TV shows like Justified, watching Justified now. Okay, so you had food. Chicken, the Brussels sprouts, and rice. Looked very good.
Very basic, but very filling.
Last night I prepared for you.
Did he actually prepare it?
I mean, sort of. A Trader Joe's frozen vegetable biryani rice dish and 4 Beyond Meat chicken nuggets.
Can you say this without stumbling over it?
Why?
Because I can't put it together.
I have a stutter.
I can't put it together.
I had a Trader Joe's. Actually, what are they? Does Trader Joe's?
Write it down. Just write it down and read it.
Do they have a special name for their Indian food? Like they have Trader Giotto's and things like that? Trader Joe's vegetable biryani, which is a rice dish, and 4 Beyond Meat chicken nuggets. These are all prepared in the microwave. This is a special microwave challenge. I can only use the microwave.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I crushed it. Crushed it. It was pretty good. Here's what the Thriller says about the vegetable biryani dish that I had. To call this biryani is a bold move by Trader Joe's because traditionally, biryani takes hours and hours to make as the layers in the beloved rice dish melt together. Still, this vegetarian entree is flavorful and comforting and even features little flour dumplings that add a nice dimension of texture to the meal. For microwave dinner, it's easy to do worse than this. So
it is easy to do worse than that.
Yeah, and I didn't do worse. And then I had 4 Beyond Meat chicken nuggets, which I dipped in some leftover Chick-fil-A sauce. So who's not an ally now?
You, Chick-fil-A. Okay. It's obvious I won.
And then Karen and I went up for ice cream.
Okay, it's obvious I won because you.
And I had strawberry and chocolate ice cream.
Just use the microwave to reheat this dish.
Yep, sure did. What are you gonna do?
Did you feel full after this dish?
It was surprisingly filling. I expected not
to
be.
I mean, hours afterwards, not as you ate it.
I mean, I don't feel full hours after anything that I eat. Hours after anything, I'm ready to eat again. That's how I stay that's how I keep my figure.
But I mean, after you ate it, you weren't like an hour and a half, 2 hours later being like, I'm hungry again.
I don't know. I can't trust, and this is probably too real. This is probably TMI. I can't trust the hunger feelings that I get.
Why?
Does that make sense? Because I don't know what it is to be legitimately hungry, or just like my body's like, hey, you got to go eat food now. Hey, it's time to eat food. Hey, you want food? Go eat it.
Oh, like if it's a craving hunger or it's an actual, your body's like, we actually need sustenance right now.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I don't ever know. I mean, I've felt hunger before where I can like feel it in my stomach, and I don't let myself get to that point.
Okay.
So
I was just wondering because it's a lot of rice. It was breaded, so I was wondering if it was actually going to be filling you up. I
mean, I don't think I had anything else that night.
We had the ice cream.
I had the ice cream, of course, yeah. But that's ice cream doesn't count. That's like drinking water.
Yeah, sugar water.
Yeah, like in Mission Men in Black.
Sugar water.
So did you watch all 3 of those recently, or just the last one?
Just the third one, and I didn't even finish it. It was bad. It was.
I'm gonna rewatch the first one.
First one, it's still good, but that last one. Whew. What happens in a trilogy where it's supposed to get better? Why is it the third one in most of these movies are like bad? Blade 3, awful, the worst one. Blade 1, classic.
Very few movies get better.
I know, but shouldn't they? Shouldn't you build on? I mean, even I went back and watched the TMNT classics. First one, a classic. The second one, maybe better than the first one, but the third one, they
Different.
just
both are good, but different.
different. But the third one is just like they just said, we're gonna go so campy, so every second there's a joke.
Something happens with shows and movies as they keep going where they either get too comfortable or something changes, because like I'm currently getting through The Fresh Prince. It's my new nighttime go to bed show. So I'll watch like 2 or 3 every night before I go to bed of those episodes. I'm in season 4 now, and man, it really takes a turn in season 4. And it's like, people like when Will is aggressive towards women and mean towards everyone. And let's have that happen every second of the show.
And so this is Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
And so you go to sleep watching a black show?
Uh-huh.
Because it puts you to sleep?
No, because it's a show that I enjoy.
Let me tell you something.
The best shows are
Do
shows
not
you go to sleep
to sleep on a black show. You
Why?
pick The Simpsons. You pick Family Guy.
I've watched those too many times.
You do not pick an iconic black TV show and go. I mean, if you picked Martin, you said, I watch Martin every night before I go to sleep because it helps me go to sleep. That's an insult.
It doesn't help me go to sleep.
Good. It should be keeping you up.
I watch something that I enjoy that's easy to watch before going to sleep.
Okay. Not that dad episode. That's not easy to watch.
No, I'm not going to watch that episode. I'm going to skip that.
Those heavy episodes were too much.
Yeah, those are heavy ones.
Why don't he want me, man?
Why don't he want me, man?
Why don't he want me?
And you know what? I'm gonna graduate from college.
That'll show him.
I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna marry a fly ass honey without him, because I don't need him.
I don't need him.
Well, why don't he want me, man? And then Phil hugs him and knocks his hat off and throws it down, and then it zooms in on that little African sculpture of the father holding the son, and he goes do 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 do.
And then they come back from break and they throw Jazz out the.
And then they do.
That's
the end of the episode, isn't it? And then it cuts to they do a blooper at the end.
Ah!
No, there's a really good episode this season or last season. It's like a Halloween episode, and something happens where like Jazz throws Uncle Phil out the door. It's very funny. It's very funny. Really good twists on the joke. It's a solid joke. The characters are really good. Watching it back through a 2022 lens, it's very mean. It's a very mean show. Every joke is like, Uncle Phil, you're fat. Carlton, you're short.
That's when comedy was real, man. When you could be mean, man.
Every white person shows up and they're like, you're awful. You're white. I hate you.
Yep. That's when comedy was saying something, man.
There's an episode in season 2 or 3 where one of Will's aunts.
Which one, light skin or dark skin?
Not the old. There's like the older one who kind of talks like this. There's like her. She's the older one. Well, I'm doing more of like a
you can't do
inflection.
It. You can't do it.
We're
gonna get letters again.
There's his mom. There's Vivian. There's his like older aunt, who's like the mean one, and there's like the one you don't see that much. Who
Aunt
brings
Viv
home the white
is his
guy.
aunt, though.
Right. But he has 3 aunts.
Right. I don't remember the other 2. I only remember his mom and Aunt Viv. And it's like both Aunt Vivs,
Right. Well, yeah.
And which Aunt Viv camp are you in? And now is the time for you to take a stance.
First. Seasons 1 through 3 Viv for sure.
So dark skin Viv.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm there with you. My favorite episode of the original Aunt Viv is when she goes to that dancing studio and does that dance routine. Because I remember it to this day. I can kind of do the move. I still remember it. And then she like collapses outside after she nails the routine.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
Is this good content?
If you're listening to this and you're like, man, there's so much other things I could do right now than listen to this. I could be in Shenandoah down at the farm. Well, then Go be down on the farm. We'll be right back after this. Good 20 minutes. This will be a 40-minute episode. Good.
Pod Chef.
Welcome back to Pod Chef, episode 98, Top Chef, season 5, episode 5, Down on the Farm. We're going down on the farm.
Speaking of songs that we wanted to sing, I wanted to sing a song about your hot dog party that you had earlier today.
You just interrupted my great
You finished. You were done.
I wasn't done.
You were done. It's a hot dog party.
Yeah, I had a hot dog party.
Hot dog party for one.
Hot dog party for one.
Party of one.
Bring the glizzies.
How many glizzies did you down?
6. But I'm a slut.
Did you really have 6 hot dogs?
Yeah, it's my cheat day. I went
You
crazy.
had 6 hot dogs with buns.
With buns and shredded cheese. And then
6 of them.
Brussels sprouts. But it's the only thing I'm going to eat today.
6 hot dogs. That's a lot of hot dogs.
It is a lot of hot dogs.
Are these
And
beef
they're
or pork or chicken or turkey or
they're
what?
beef hot dogs and they're jumbo hot dogs.
That's a lot of fucking hot dogs, man. And you pooped in 2 minutes after that?
Kind of good. I don't know why you had to bring that up.
Because, is it because it's all poop shaped? Just went straight through like
Yes.
that? Didn't have to stop?
Yep. It's like, you ever see that tram in the Orlando airport?
No. It's a very specific reference. No, I have not seen that tram in the Orlando airport.
Okay, some of us travel and they know what I'm talking about.
I do. I don't go to Orlando.
Well, the Orlando airport has a tram and you get on it and it takes passengers from one side of the airport to the other. That's basically what it was like.
Lots of things have trams.
Anyways, yeah, I had a hot dog party. It was good. Anyways, let's talk about
It's been
this.
too long since I've had a hot dog party. It's a pretty good. I did get a craving for baked beans the other day. I was like, I could go for a baked bean right now. So, Down on the Farm.
Down on the Farm. This is Top Chef, Season 5, Episode 5. We definitely haven't done this episode because I would remember Hung making a cameo at the beginning.
Yes, Hung is here. No monkey.
Hung is here, and also Hung is here just for the quickfire, which means he hasn't flexed his muscle yet. This is Hung not flexing his muscle, being like, I'm only here for eliminations.
Right, like when he came back this past new season where he showed up looking dapper. Dan.
I mean, he looks younger now.
With his, he does have silver hair now, but he's pulling it off.
Man, he looks younger now than he did when he was on this episode. And I was just like, how does he doing this?
I think it's makeup and hair, because you ever look at people from the 80s?
Yeah, it's probably that.
Or even from the 90s. And I just watched the that Trainwreck documentary, the one about the MTV, Woodstock 99.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone looked pretty young then. So maybe I'm not sure why I shared that story, just because to say that I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was crazy.
All right.
A lot of boobs in it for whatever reason.
That's what we remember. And there it is, folks. Let's talk about this quickfire challenge, because this finally was a quickfire challenge.
This was the quickest fire challenge.
This was the canned goods challenge. You know,
they called it. People like Stefan were like, ooh, this is all garbage.
Yeah. The chefs arrived in the Top Chef kitchen to see Padma standing with Hung, the winner of Top Chef Miami. She stated that chefs of their caliber should have no problem creating great food when using the freshest and most seasonal of ingredients. However, she then removed a cloth to reveal a display of disgusting and dented canned goods, and as well as other cupboard and pantry staples. And the chefs then had 15 minutes, an actual quickfire, to create a delicious dish using only these ingredients. And what would the winner get? Immunity from elimination in the next challenge.
That's it.
And this is why they shouldn't give them 45-minute quickfire challenges, because they throw off their game, because now they had to do an actual quickfire and everyone was sweating bullets. And Hung was like, 15 minutes is plenty of time.
They kept saying he was the fastest Top Chef contestant of all time.
Yeah.
Where was that written? Did they ever like?
I think it's just because he did that dicing and he like whizzed through it.
Yeah, but still, there wasn't like a competition, or they didn't actually like time anyone to be like, he is officially the fastest Top Chef contestant.
Yeah, but you show the speed. Sometimes he was like, I don't even want to challenge it. Let's just call him the fastest and move on. I don't want to get into a whole thing,
I don't get a whole thing. Quick note is that apparently Tom told me, this is old. I've seen this before. It didn't Tom tell me recently because I don't know where he is. But before he went on his journey, he mentioned a few things, like when he said that when Hung came back for this season, he had said, some of the judges, when they also give like a cookbook or something else from their personal thing to gift the winners of the challenges, Hung had wanted to give away a chance to meet his monkey. But Tom, they didn't allow it because they knew how dangerous this monkey was. And they couldn't get insured for it. They said, if we can get the insurance for it, we'll do it. But if not, we can't allow it.
Can't allow it. And this is kind of one of those moments where if Reeves was here, he'd be jumping on board
This
with
would go on for minutes.
This would go on for maybe too long. But because I've never really paid attention to the monkey bits, I can't jump on board. And so I'll give you the space right now if you want to kind of like run with it. I'm just letting you know that I don't really have much on the monkey bit.
Okay.
But I will give you the space to continue with it if you'd like.
Thank you for the time. So Hung has a monkey, and he mentioned it in the season that he's in. People say, like, how do you know this? He says it himself. He says, my monkey can do that. He got a monkey, and he wants people. The monkey wants to meet people. The monkey's always like, hey, let me meet your friends. And Hung's like, no, they don't want to meet you. So he says, okay, well, we'll have a competition, and whoever wins can meet the monkey. And this is the perfect opportunity. We'll do this quick fire challenge. I'll come back on Top Chef. They love me there. I'm the fastest contestant of all time. Whoever wins the quickest quick fire of all time can meet my monkey. Tom said no. It broke everyone's heart. And when Hung got home, that's why Hung didn't come back for the elimination challenge, because he went home and he had to tell his monkey that they didn't get to do that part. The monkey threw a fit. And Hung had to go to the doctor, and the doctor was like, what happened? And Hung said, I walked into a door. Didn't want to tell him what really happened, which was that his monkey beat the shit out of him.
All right.
And I give the rest of my time back to the show.
Okay, good. All right. All right. So Spam has made a return. Spam returns this episode.
Yeah, several spammers in this episode. Should Spam Man oh shit.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Have you? It's me.
Oh,
the Spam Man.
God.
Do, 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 do,
he's got a theme song now.
Do, 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 do.
And it sort of sounds like Beat It by Michael Jackson.
It's me, the Spam Man. I'm back.
God. Spam Man, where have you been?
I've been waiting for you to say the magic word, baby.
Spam?
Spam Man.
So
where's Reeves at?
Oh, we don't know. He went on a walkabout with Tom Colicchio.
Okay.
And he hasn't come back yet.
Probably in search of a new flavor of Spam, because he loves Spam.
Maybe.
Boom, 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 boom.
So you look a little different than the last time I saw you, Spam Man.
Yeah, I got a tan.
Okay, tan Spam Man.
Tan Spam Man.
Where did you get that tan from? Where'd you go?
I went to Japan.
Great. So we're doing a rhyming thing. Okay. And when you were in Japan, is there like a certain dessert that you had a lot, several times?
Taipan.
Okay. I was thinking flan. This was saying flan spelled incorrect, so pronounced wrong.
I had Japan in Japan when I was getting a tan because I'm the Spam Man.
And I can see that you have headphones on. What song you listen to? Maybe a song by Eminem?
Stan.
Okay, yeah. I love that. Uh-huh.
It's a very sad song, man.
Uh-huh. And your favorite nickname for a butt is what?
Spam Man, dude.
Okay, all right. Well, I thought maybe you would say can. Oh wait, is can's the other part? I don't know. So what are you doing here, Spam Man?
I'm just here to take part of the show. I locked Jamal out of the room.
Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah, he can't get in, so it's just me and you now talking about the spam.
Did you watch the episode?
Oh, I only watched the first part of the episode because it has spam in it.
All right, why don't you give me your take on the spam that was presented in the episode?
One of these motherfuckers didn't even cook the spam.
He didn't.
Stefan.
Well, you can eat it raw, right?
You can eat it raw, but gosh dang it. You gotta cook that spam, get that caramelization, baby.
Yeah.
Make it turn into a little bit of bacon bites. Spam, man. Boom, 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 boom.
And one of the contestants used turkey spam. How do you feel about turkey spam?
I hate it. That's not
you
real
hate
spam.
it.
I hate it. Don't ever try and make spam taste good.
But it is spam. It's spam.
Spiced ham, baby. Turkey ain't ham.
Spam stands for spiced ham.
That's what spam stands for, baby. Spam man letting out secrets. Boom, 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 boom.
So, well, I would eat turkey spam. That's one thing I'd get. I don't eat ham. I don't eat pork.
You look like a turkey spam eater.
Do I?
You probably try to open up a can of spam like what's his name did this episode with a knife instead of just using the pop top.
No, I use my teeth like I'm Goofy from a Goofy movie.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's a disgrace to a Spam can. You know where most people, 7 people on average, touch a Spam can before it hits the shelf. You've touched
What?
7 different hands.
Who are these set? Like the people who made it, the people,
The people
who
who
move
made it,
it,
the people who inspect it.
and you're counting the 4 hands of
Yeah.
a mouse, right?
Yeah, 4
That's
hands of a mouse.
And then one
Maybe-
additional set of
Yeah,
hands.
one mouse probably walks by, lifts up his leg, pees on it,
Of course.
and you open it with your mouth. Gross. Spam man would never do that. Spam man. Doom,
do 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 do. Okay. Well, we should probably talk about the rest of the show. Do you want to do the rest of the show? or
No,
what?
I only know about the spam part, so I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna unlock the door.
Well,
He's
wait,
not even gonna help
because the winner
me.
was someone who used spam, and you said he should cook it. But he didn't cook it.
Yeah, he shouldn't have won. You can't win by not just opening spam, dicing up, and putting it in a soup. If had he made those spams crispy, he not only would have won, but they probably would have told him, "Take the day off. You're too good of a cook."
He could have gotten the day off.
That's the real immunity challenge. Boom. boom,
Spam
boom,
man, do you
Boom. 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 Boom.
do you have parents?
I'm not ready to talk about my past. Baby.
Okay. I didn't know maybe you had like a dad that was like spice and a
Once
mom
you
that
pull,
was ham.
once you take spam out of the can, you can't put it back in
Okay, a little
because it
Pandora
expands.
spam.
Because it expands.
We're doing more rhyming.
Yeah.
What's your what do you hold your money with? It's like a circular thing you can hold your money together with.
A wallet.
Okay, well that didn't work. All right, Spam man, thank you so much.
All
Please
right,
leave.
I'll see you later. Let me open
Please
the door and
leave.
let you mom back in.
I can smell you somehow, and I'm in.
What the hell, man? Get off. Well,
Why did you
what
give
was
him
it?
Why did you give him your new address?
I didn't want to, but I forgot when I was moving that I had a can of spam that I moved here with, and I said spam out loud, and he just evaporated into my new place.
Yeah, so he's surprisingly magic.
Yeah, he is magic. So I made that mistake. I shouldn't have said it out loud. I should have just said it in my head. But anyways,
Yeah.
I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, it was pretty bad
Okay, good.
content.
Good. And then the listeners can.
But it might be the high point of the episode, so who knows?
The listeners can make a wager on whether your bit or my bit was better.
What was my bit?
The monkey?
Oh yeah,
So
it might be the monkey bit.
so Stefan wins with the spam he stole from Hosea. And the knife
That's right. Hosea didn't want to help him.
didn't want to help him. The knife block makes a return to separate the chefs into teams. And Stefan and Jamie are on a team, and they're flirting angrily.
I don't think Jamie's flirting.
She's flirting. She's playing
She's
hard to
getting
get.
flirted at.
Playing hard to get. And Hosea and Leah are on the team, and they're flirting inappropriately. And let's just listen to Stefan stick to his guns on his menu.
But I'm not changing it. You good?
Actually, we are changing it because here's the thing. You have immunity. You cannot go home. Do you
It doesn't
understand?
matter.
So
I'm a
I'm
douchebag.
actually willing to put a douchebag. So you're saying I don't know how to cook?
No, but I'm gonna do a douchebag.
You're not. Okay, I can't even talk to you right
Okay, Jamie. No, hold on.
now. No, you won't even listen because the minute I come in here, no, I'm not changing anything. No, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you. Do whatever the you want, Stefan.
Listen, I'm not changing anything. Menu's done. I'm done with it.
He's done with it. He's sticking to his guns. Now, I got to say, this is actually better sticking to his guns than a lot of the other contestants do when they like come up and group contestants are like, oh, yeah, I'll just change this to suit someone else's. But Stefan's like, nah, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out on my food.
Was this a group challenge? Because they each made their own dish, sort of.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
still
think
had
it
to
was
work as a group,
challenge.
though. They still had to work as a group.
Also, I don't know what he was saying. He kept saying something douchebag.
I think he was saying the spam man is a douchebag. I don't want to change the menu. Spam man's a douchebag.
He knows the spam man?
Well, they were just cooking with spam. The spam man was there. You can't open a
Oh.
can of spam and his essence not be in the room. Even if you can't
Okay.
see him or talk to him, he's there, right?
He's always there. He's like Jesus. It's
Yeah.
like one day I was walking on the beach with spam, and then there was only one set of footprints, and
Yeah.
because the spam man carried me.
Yeah. The next morning, instead of being taken to the Whole Foods market, they were driven to Stone Barns
Oh,
Center.
we didn't say what the knife blocks they have. It says pig, chicken, lamb. Is that it?
It didn't say pig. It said pork, lamb, chicken.
No, it said pig, and it was weird that it said pig.
It said pork.
Pig, lamb, chicken. Was there a fourth one?
No, that's it.
Okay.
And it said pork.
It
So
said pig.
So they split up into 3 teams: Team Chicken, Team Lamb, Team Pork, and they had to. Let me finish this. They were given 3 hours to prepare a lunch. They went to Stone Barns Center for Food and Agriculture.
I've been there. I didn't eat there, but I've been there. I
Yeah,
walked around the grounds.
Okay. Owned by Chef Dan Barber, the chefs were provided cuts of fresh meat from the farm stock and were allowed to choose the freshest produce grown on the grounds.
Yep.
Then they were given 3 hours to prepare a lunch for the farmers and chefs from Stone Barns and their families in the kitchen of Barber's on-site restaurant Blue Hill at Stone Barns. So
Yes.
this is the first clip of what you can't see on TV anymore from this episode.
I'm the only guy there. Shannon, the chicken lady. I have Jamie there, Carla, and 140 hens. So I'm the only cock in the stall.
The chicken likes it.
I love that.
Not funny.
I like when he comes back and he just goes, cock.
I love that. Not funny. And yeah, can't say that anymore.
Should have been bleeped.
Yeah, should have been bleeped.
He's not a chicken.
He's not a chicken. So he didn't mean cock in the stalls
He
as
didn't
in the
mean
only...
rooster. He meant
he meant himself, his actual
Yeah.
dick. So, you
I
know...
wonder how many times he said that in the moment.
Yeah, they only gave us the 2.
I mean, like in the when he was at not his talking head when he was at the farm.
I was at the farm.
being
Like, I'm the only cock in the stall.
I'm the only cock routine right now. None of you are cocks. I'm a cock.
Hey, are you douchebags listening? I'm the only cock right here. I know. I'm Johnny Cochran.
Oh, look, a bunch of chicken hens, and I'm
Yeah.
a cock. Ooh.
So, do we want to hear the small talk clip of the week from Tom?
What part of the show does it happen in?
While they're cooking in the restaurant?
Sure, let's real quick talk about. They were like, we were driving and we're like, we're not going to Whole Foods.
Yeah.
This isn't Whole Foods.
They did think that they were being kidnapped for a second because it was like, I don't think Whole Foods is made around trees. I'm pretty sure it's made in city centers. And they were like, we don't see any black people in this neighborhood. Where's the Whole Foods?
Where's the Whole Foods?
Where's the Whole Foods?
And they said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and they put a blindfold on them.
Put your blindfold back down. I told you not to pick it up.
Yeah.
And why is the sock out of your mouth?
Yeah, and then the guy in the back was like, I'm the spam man.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah. So you guys were lucky enough to cook with spam today. Don't press your luck.
Now we're going to go deal. You did the worst kind of food in the world. Now we're going to do the best kind of
Now
food
you're
in
going
the
to do
world.
the best kind of food, the most freshest food in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still going to mess it up.
You're going to take tomatoes off the ground.
Here's something. Just because you have access to green tomatoes doesn't mean you have to make fried green tomatoes.
That's the only thing you can do with them.
I know, but it doesn't mean you have to pick them then.
He said it like it was the most original idea
Yeah,
of
he
all
did.
time. He was like, no one else is going to do this.
No one's going to think of doing
I'm
this.
from the South. No one's going to
Yeah,
do this.
I saw green tomatoes first, and I had this idea first. I'm going to do it first.
No one's ever even thought to fry. Like no one's even like if there's like it's not like there's a movie called Frying Your Tomatoes out there.
Yeah.
Like no one knows what this
No
is.
one knows what this is, and I'm going to make it my own thing. I'm going to put my own spin on fried green tomatoes. And I'm going to,
They're very good.
as you know, your wife fired them last week.
My wife prepared. Oh God, prepared them. They're very
Fired
good.
them. Let's listen to small talk clip of the week.
Please,
while
Kelly,
the-
please listen to this.
Carla,
Hi, Chef.
how are you finding your work with your team?
You know, I'm working with some strong characters.
Is there a team leader?
Maybe Stefan is our leader. Let's make him the leader.
Does he know that?
Oh, yeah. No, I think he knows that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. So we got down to who the leader is in that small talk. That was good.
Okay, good. All right. Does he know he's a leader? Yeah, I mean, no.
I mean, we haven't talked about it, but like, yeah, he knows.
I mean,
It's kind of his default personality.
like, would you define a leader as someone who, when you tell them to change something, they tell you to go fuck yourself?
And call you a douchebag? Because if
Then
so,
yeah,
then
then yeah, he's a leader.
definitely leading. He's
He's
leading.
definitely-
If you're saying, is it a leader, someone who's insulting you in the kitchen and you're like keeping tabs of it? Then yeah, he's a leader.
Yeah, is a leader someone who like refers to themselves as a cock quite a bit whenever around a chicken? Then yeah, he's the leader.
Is a leader someone who's been strutting around here holding a chicken where his crotch is and saying he's the cock of the walk? Yeah, then yeah, he's the leader.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Do you define the word leader as someone who like won the quickfire challenge the day before? Then yeah, he's the leader.
He's the leader then. Pretty much leading in all aspects then.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that he's the leader based on if that's all your criteria. Then yeah, he's the leader.
Yeah. If he was in Star Wars, he'd be called leader.
He'd be called leader in Star Wars.
He'd be called gold leader.
If he was a size of drink, he'd be a leader.
Yeah.
Spelled differently, same thing.
Yeah. Ariane can't tie a roast. Ariane can't tie a roast.
And they were ready to let Arian go. They were like, I'm not going to fucking help her.
Yeah.
It cuts to Lauren or Laura or whatever. And she was just like, I'm not going to fucking help her.
So it cuts to Leah.
Whatever. Like, who the fuck knows any?
But here's the thing.
Look. I don't got to know their names. I just want to talk about their food. This is the official Top Chef podcast. Tom Colicchio told me I don't have to fucking know their names.
That is what he said. He said, don't learn their names, just learn their habits.
He says, who cares? Just know what they kind of look like and be able to sort of recognize them.
Ariane can't tie a roast, and Leah and Hosea were both like, "Oh my god, she can't tie a roast." And then Leah was like, "I'll do this." And then Leah immediately was like, "I actually can't do this.
I'm gonna do it like shit."
Yeah, she immediately was like, "You know what? I'm not actually pretty good at this."
She's like, "I'll do it like shit and say you did it."
Yeah, I'll do it worse and then pretend like you did it.
I'm gonna do it bad on purpose and be like, "It's you did it."
So that happened, and then it's food time, and man. When they set that food on the table, I gotta admit, it did look good.
Everything looked really good. The chicken team looked. I was surprised with that roast chicken looked really good.
Yep.
The
British guest judge is back.
Yeah, he's still a little punchy. Padma fucking hates his guts.
Oh my god, we're gonna get to what he says at the end table, the judge table. But man, he's got maybe too much character for the show.
Is the clip you grabbed, maybe not the one where he says something and Padma's like, no, that's not like
when he said she's not a good chef. No, I didn't clip that one.
He said that Radhika's a bad chef.
Yeah,
and she was like, well, no, she's made lots of good food. And he was like, yeah, but you told me to not give a fuck about the old food. And
yeah, he
like,
gave up a little too much. Yeah, he gave a little too much up behind the scenes of how the sauce is made. He's like, well, you told me I'm not allowed to take into account anything they've done beforehand. It's just today, so.
Padma hates his guts.
Sucked today,
Padma hates his guts.
Yeah, she does.
And we all do. He's terrible.
At one point he says the pesto is the big bad wolf that's blown the pig's house down in reference to a pork dish that had too much pesto on it.
Here's how you do a Tobyism. And we'll teach everyone how to do a Tobyism. Take a pop culture thing.
Yep.
And the bad part of that pop culture thing, and then make that the food, and put them together, and it works. Like you'd say, if this meal was Pompeii, then this sauce would be the volcano.
Yeah. You could be like, these lamb chops. If this was 9/11, these lamb chops are the towers.
Exactly. And they would say, and then the airplanes. Were the chefs that did that.
The chefs that tried to cook
you would say this soup that you've made is if this soup was Jurassic Park, then the frog DNA that they took to put with the DNA they took from the amber laden mosquito would be the noodles in this soup. In that it's simply a good idea. But it ended up ruining the whole thing.
Yeah, word for word.
Yeah, that's all. Look, if you want to be a British food critic star, the biggest name in the business.
Biggest name in the biz.
Just do shit like that. Think of the latest movie that you saw. What was the last movie you saw?
The last movie you saw. And if you don't say Nope, then that kind of says something about you.
Well, I haven't seen Nope yet because I can't go to the theater. But I did watch Prey.
Okay.
And I also watched...
I watched Prey on Hulu too. I didn't think it was very good at all.
So let's do Prey. I liked Prey. If this turkey schnitzel was Prey the movie, it would be the Predator. And I'm the prey in that it's coming to kill me.
Then that would make your wife the star of the movie.
Yes, well, she's the star in everything
because she's the woman who comes in and
finishes. If this banh mi sandwich was the movie Speed, then the bread would be the bus that can't go below 60 miles per hour, and by that I mean that it's not toasted enough for me.
So, people who are listening right now think that we're being funny. We're exaggerating like some of the stuff that he'd say, right? I want to play this clip because this is what he actually said on the show. And then you tell us how nuts we're being, all right?
Yeah, you tell me if this is exactly how you do this.
So bloodless and anemic about the pork dish. When I'm faced with a beautiful, well-reared piece of meat, I don't want to stand back and admire it. I want to have full-blown, unprotected sex. I didn't even get to first base with the pork.
Good Lord.
I hear you on the pork.
I hear
And
you on
then,
the pork.
and then the fucking chef was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I want to have unprotected sex with
Look,
the pork,
man, we all
too.
want to fuck this pork without a rubber on, all right? We all want to get this pork pregnant.
So if you were listening thinking that we were being over the top, that's what he actually said.
He did worse than I did.
Yeah.
I was doing stupid movie jokes.
Yeah.
He said he wants to fuck the pork without a rubber, get a STI, maybe get the pork pregnant.
Get monkeypox.
He said, I'm going to take you behind the school and get that pork pregnant.
Yeah.
Look, in this day and age, look, guys, if you're going to eat pork and fuck it, wear a rubber.
Wear rubber.
Get a rain jacket, put it on. When my dad caught me going through his porn, he said, look, man, just wear a raincoat.
You don't want to be like these guys.
Yeah, you don't want to be like these guys. Look, as cool as this looks in these pictures that you look,
There's
don't
so much
do that.
responsibility on the other end of this video that you don't know.
When
about.
I get a beautiful piece of lamb or pork, what I want to do is I'm going to for hours
Yeah.
and just really just get in there. And I know that it's a few times, but I'm still going. And the pork is telling me to stop because it can't take anymore, and I'm still going.
Yeah.
And then when it's my turn, the pork turns to me and says, all right, lay on your back. Lay on my back. And I'm and the pork gets on me, and it this pork really gives it to me, and I'm not wearing protection. And when it comes time for me to right inside that pork, and then
Stuffed pork.
full of my This pork should be Jenna Jameson, and I should be James Gunn, and we're combining the modern day pornography with the old '90s pornography, and we're making the best of it all.
This is like Charlie Visconage back on the show. All right, let's just skip to it. The lady who couldn't tie a roast is being eliminated. Let's hear her die.
Aaron, please pack your knives and go. Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you here, Aaron.
It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you. It's been a great experience. I don't think it's fair that I'm going home. There were other people that I think didn't work as hard. Leah was not a good team player. And neither is Hosea. He's a wimp. It's me.
What?
What? Yeah. So I just knew that was playing against me right then and there. But what goes around comes around. So proud of what I've done. I started way on the bottom. I shot to the top, so I feel good. Just knowing that I can take on a situation and really handle it and do the best I can. I think my family will be proud, and that's what counts.
All right, well, so long. She's gone, and where is she now? She has a catering business called Culinarian.
That's my job.
Culinary.
She used to have restaurants around here that closed.
Yeah, they closed up, but now she's in the catering business. And
She had a Montclair restaurant. I was just in Montclair this morning.
Yeah, yes, you were. Getting
Yes,
those
I was.
fancy eggs. So yeah, that's what Ariane's doing now. She's got Culinarian catering business, and she's living life, you know.
Yep.
And if you made it this far in this episode, congratulations. You made it through Monkey Bits. You made it through the Spam Man making a return. You made it through a very graphic but bleeped out sexual food stuff. So congratulations. I think you're the real winner. If you're listening to this still right now, you won today. You should be proud of yourself, and there's nothing that you can't handle. So go and tackle the world.
And maybe if you're like, this is too much, I can't do anymore, just wait, because next week is Restaurant Wars, and also fuck is her name, Leah and Hosea are gonna go to bed together.
Yeah, so next week's a big week.
Yeah, so
Battle of the Sexes.
You don't want to miss the next one.
Yeah,
and I won't do any more like really graphic food sex stuff, even though Toby started it.
And we're
and
just
if he can
finishing
do it, I can do it.
Yep, we're just finishing it.
He's a professional.
So until next time, we're going to pack our knives and go.
This was fun. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.